Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Street Trading here with another trade lesson video for everybody looking at a 15-minute chart of APPS, Digital Turbine Incorporated Technology Sector. Let's get into it. So obviously we kicked off the first trading session of March. Clearly, February was interesting across the board, across all sectors. Obviously, you know, we had that bleed out in the last week of February with which apparently was connected to the bond market, but at the end of the day, you know, whatever. The fingers are pointing. Fingers need to be pointed somewhere at the end of the day, and you know how that goes. Anyway, we kicked off the session yesterday, and obviously SPY just pushed higher all day, which obviously, you know, had that wind behind the bull's back, right? So APPS, we had this on our weekly trade watches heading into the week's session as a nice clean breakout to the upside, and it literally couldn't have been any better. On a technical standpoint, you know, the setup going into the close on Friday's session was as bullish as fucking bullish can be. I mean, you can't tell me that isn't a clean flag break to the upside. So these are the things that you want to look at, you know, that can give you a nice indication as far as the possibility, the higher probability of something to follow through. And this exactly, I mean, literally, if you can't see that, you got to start studying some technicals a little bit more, because that is pretty clean, and the follow through was just ideal, especially with the market pushing higher. So anyway, let's get into the levels we ended up risk on. We actually took a stop in the beginning of the session. It didn't do exactly what we wanted to do right when we got in. At the time we got in, but it didn't matter. You know, we took the L and we stuck with it. Continued to stock, waited for it to settle down, and then we got into the second run. So these are the things that you need to do. You know, that's why you got to keep your management on point. You know, respect your stops. When you need to get stopped out, take the L, take a step back, brush that off. Don't bring that L into the next trade. Keep a clear head and then hop back on. Because if we would have taken that L and then been like, oh shit, we lost, blah, blah, whatever, we would have missed out on a monster fucking chunk, right? So keep that in mind. Anyway, let's get into the details. Let's get into where we took the loss, how we got back in, where we got back in, why we got back in, and let's talk about details. All right, guys.